height slab, and I have a serious gear addiction. So we have the Yamaha PM700 from 1976, and we're going to turn it into what they call the JAPA-Neve, the Yamaha PI. There's a lot of mods you can do to this console to make it a heavy hitter. It's already got very musical EQs, really nice preamp, same preamp as the PM1000s. This is some of the best stuff they were making in small format in Japan back then. The circuits are pretty much discrete. There's only about 7 chips in the whole console. The master section has a discrete circuit. I still have to dive into the schematics a little bit more, but just from what I've seen. Quick rundown on the boards. You can see from the top down, we start with the preamps. They start at -50, go up to -40, 30, 20, and then to +4. And then after +4 is off. So basically you have to turn them all the way up to turn them off. Makes sense to me. The attenuators on the gain are stepped, which makes it very nice for recall if you have to do anything like that. I do plan on using this console in a hybrid format, so that's going to be really nice for me. Next up, you have the pan knobs. 2 different monitor sections out of the 4 outs. One is pre-fader and one is post-fader. There's also an echo send and return that you could use as an insert on each channel. The console features large VU meters for the main out. You also have a talkback section on the console that's selectable for left, right, main outs, and the monitor 1 and 2, which makes it nice because I intend to pan the 2 of the channels, hard left and hard right, and use them, you know, kind of like a direct out, but I'm getting both buses. So the main outs and the monitor outs also have EQ on them. Each of the 12 channels is selectable with a Q button. There are long throw faders that have a really nice glide. I don't think they're quite 100 millimeters, but they're nice nonetheless. They have a real cool look to them. Same with all of the knobs on the console, the Neve style knobs on the preamp, and the wood gives it a real nice aesthetic. I may redo this front part and put leather on the armrest, but either way, this is a really nice console. Let's check out the back of it. All right, now we're going to take a peek under the hood of the console. Let me power it down real quick. The hood of the console opens up kind of like a car hood after you unscrew these 4 screws, 2 on the right side, 2 on the left side. So we're going to do that real quick. And there we go. You can see though, it's on hinges, it's in a wood frame. The original design was like a suitcase. I do have the top. I think I'm gonna make this a 2-part video, just because I wanna start trying to get some use out of it immediately. Just by looking in, you can see a lot of ceramic disc capacitors, a lot of electrolytic capacitors, a lot of things I could probably for sure change. This is what you want. These are the Yamaha A3 413s. So these are going to be, but down here at the bottom, you have the transformer section. You can see all your fuses. All right, so right here, you can see all the individual modules for the channels, 1 through 12. And then over here on the end, the last 2 modules are the monitor and the main out, along with your talkback over here. Looks like the EQ pots are 50K pots. Once again, I'm going to get a schematic. I've actually got it pulled up on my computer. I just need to look at everything. I wanted to kind of look at the board first, though. I'm not sure how good this car hood method really is to work on it, because I'd be afraid to lean it all the way back. Maybe it will support it, but the power transformer over here is connected to this, and it seems like a tight stretch. And I feel like it might just flip over because it's so heavy. But anyway, I'll get something to prop it up on to work on, or just take the module out. I love stuff that's serviceable. Nothing beats being able to work on something. All right, we're gonna just be doing a quick check of the channels on the PM700. We're gonna start our check by emitting some signal. We'll start by putting some white noise through the console. Basically, we have one of the outputs from the interface going into one of the channels, and then the main program left and right out going into two more channels. So we can then run our pause meter on it and see what it's doing frequency-wise. Before we even get going, we can see that there's a light dip right here at 125 hertz, and then a lot of harmonic distortion from 4K up, and that's just on the master bus. Come over and look at the console. We can see that that's with all the channels turned down, and I'll even go as far as to turn them off. The gain to off, just to make sure. Right, there we go. So that's pretty much the same. So we know that that's something we can look for in the master bus. Because then when we turn it up, we can see that distortion rising. We can hear it, we can see it. The more you turn it up, it's, you know, I don't know, so maybe coming from the power section, something like that. You can hear a lot when you close it down like that. Right, let's just start, let's put it at about 20, which is numbered kind of weird. Put the volume at what it says is +4. I thought it would be the louder, I thought the lowest setting, which is +4, would be the loudest, and -50 would be the quietest, but it's the opposite. So it goes off to quiet, to the next loudest, on and on. These channels are post-fader, goes to the program, so with it down, we're still not hearing it. But this is with, once again, the volume at the lowest setting. Got good signal. That's a good sign. Right there on it, but, you know, oh yeah, it's got a nice dip there in the middle. Oh yeah, okay, the low is not quite a shelf, but it's doing about 10 decibels down. And then we can see a little bit of harmonic distortion there with it. 0, we turn it up, so we know problem. So if we turn the channels down, we know that there's a slight problem in the master bus, and if we get it fixed and get it to where it's flat, then we can fix the channels, and we can make this board virtually quiet, get the EQs to where they're a little bit more surgical, and then we'll have something really nice to work with.